Say to you good morning and welcome to our hearing on daily fantasy sports. The panel of witnesses here today will discuss the issues facing daily fantasy sports, the industry, as well as consumer protection features that are available in the marketplace. There have been headlines, there have been advertisements, and over the last year we've all seen the introduction of these contests to fans. Some of these contests can be played for pennies, while others are for substantial amounts of money. Players in 2015, almost 60 million people played fantasy sports. As fun and easy as the games are advertised to be, the issues involved are actually complicated, more complicated than they might first appear. This hearing is an opportunity for the stakeholders to discuss the many aspects of this complicated issue. Consumer protection is a critical component of this conversation, and indeed it is a critical component of the work that this subcommittee does day in and day out. Not only should consumers have a clear understanding of the rules and the risks for a particular contest, but the integrity of the game depends upon consumers getting what they are paying for. There has been a significant amount of state activity in this area in the last few months. I am interested in hearing from the witnesses how state regulatory responses have impacted their industry and their marketplace.
But even if some skill is required, daily fantasy is at its core, at its core involves betting on sports. Daily fantasy companies have responsibility to comply with these state regulations, blocking use in states where daily fantasy has been determined to be illegal gambling.
Ensure game integrity on fantasy sports websites, particularly if different operators use different controls. I'm also interested to learn about the self-regulatory activities the industry has put in place and the technological tools available in the market to implement consumer protections, including age limits and geofencing.
Gentleman, Chair recognizes Ms. Slater. 5 minutes for your opening statement, please.
Thank you, Chairman Burgess and members of the subcommittee for having me here today. My name is Lindsay Slater. I'm the operations manager of GeoComply, who's a geolocation technology provider. We've all heard of the Internet of Things, the term used to describe how the Internet's gone from a desktop computer at home or the office to the near ubiquitous network of connected devices today. From phones to in our cars to our TV, everything is connected. However, with the Internet of Things has also come the need for the Internet of Places. States' rights concerns, as well as the requirement for national sovereignty over what can and can't be accessed on a territorial basis, have given rise to the need to determine with a very high degree of certainty what jurisdiction an Internet-connected consumer is governed by. Historically, the notion that you could indeed draw geographic boundaries on the Internet would have been laughable. Such was the weakness of the original technologies and the availability of cheap and easy methods to fake your location. However, with the advent of regulated iGaming in the U.S. in 2013, 4 of the 5 U.S. states who are participating meaningfully in iGaming today have taken the initiative in deploying stringent geolocation and security protocols in order to geofence their services solely within their boundaries. By doing so, they act with the clear letter and spirit of the federal law of UGEA, which requires such rigorous geolocation tools as a prerequisite of operating within a particular jurisdiction. Given the more recent rise of daily fantasy sports, the need to define physical location on the Internet has only become more significant. No matter how nor in what manner such an industry may be regulated, there is now advanced geolocation technology available to powerfully filter consumer access in any shape or form that may be required. Be it to promote or restrict online access, technology is no longer an impediment to a chosen business or legislative model. It can be an indispensable tool and enabler. GeoComply's technology is currently in action throughout the U.S., processing up to 1 million transactions per day. Our technology ensures state rights are respected through adequate geofencing, and business operators are equipped with advanced tools needed to uphold relevant business and compliance requirements. For Internet gaming and lottery, we're currently working with licensed operators to uphold state regulations and the geographic borders of New Jersey, Nevada, Delaware, and Georgia. This also means not only enabling eligible traffic from these states, but also blocking traffic from states that outlaw Internet gaming, such as Utah, California, New York, and so on. For DFS, our geolocation solutions are designed to be highly adaptive to the constantly changing landscape of the DFS industry thus far. Given the volume and speed at which state DFS legislation is currently evolving, our systems are designed to turn on or off access at the drop of a hat for any particular state or region. I believe last week, for example, legislative changes were seen in about 3 states, whereas tomorrow there could be a whole host of others. By providing the means to respect sovereignty and the jurisdictional powers of a given physical territory, all via the internet, geolocation technology therefore provides a necessary twofold function. One, to uphold the preferences and rights of any given jurisdiction seeking to enable yet contain user access within their borders, and 2, to respect the wishes of any jurisdictions that choose to not participate or license such activity, or that may ban it altogether. Neither can be achieved without adequately robust and adaptive geolocation tools. So if a state doesn't want it, they don't have to have it. Every use case has a technical solution. To perform a geolocation, GeoComply is able to gather pinpoint accurate location data from a number of data sources to determine the whereabouts of a user. Then we confirm the integrity of that data to ensure it's secure and hasn't been masked or tampered with by any host of tools such as proxies, VPNs, remote desktop software, jailbroken devices, mock location settings, anonymizers, the list goes on. By the time we approve or deny a transaction, the data may have gone through up to 350 checks that our compliance algorithm seeks to verify. These settings can be set and adjusted by regulators and operators depending on the market needs and requirements. Therefore, it should be well noted that the technology and safeguards which may be necessary if state or federal parties choose to become more involved in DFS in some shape or form are very capable and in fact quite robust to uphold such standards. GeoComply believes that all legislative and regulatory issues can easily be addressed with effective geofencing technology. If I can point your attention towards the map up on the screen, go back to the, So as you can see on the map here, these are live geolocation queries and instant analytics currently happening in real time in the US. In particular, this demonstrates the importance of pinpoint accurate location data given the significant population centers in America that lie near state and federal borders. And this technology is used to, or can be custom configured and adapted accordingly to any given use case, be it DFS or internet gaming or any other industry. And then just the quick video clip. This is a zoom in on the New York border, which is really a significant area for all the stakeholders speaking here today, be it gaming or DFS. This shows that not only can we accurately pinpoint someone's location, but also defend any given border, even from the banks of the Hudson River in such a highly densely populated area.